Hey everybody, Kyle Sasser here, and it's everybody's favorite time of the month. That's right, real estate market statistics time. These real estate market statistics are for the Dayton Metro area for December 2024. So you might look at this report and say, Kyle, you said that this is December 2024 numbers. Why does it say November on the front of this? And the answer is because we really compare monthly statistics. A day is way too short and a week is also too short of a time frame. So we compare month to month. And the other piece of this is we compare year to year. So we are comparing November 2024 numbers to November 2023 numbers. Now, I do pay a little bit more attention to, the month to month numbers because the market has been a little funky the last couple of years. We haven't had a clear trajectory like we had the previous 5 years. So I've been paying a little bit more attention to the month to month numbers. But the natural real estate cycle is in the course of 12 months, you will have a natural ebb and flow of sales. Obviously, in the wintertime months, things tend to slow down with the holidays and all that, which is what we're getting into right now. And then obviously, the summertime is usually a time when a lot of people are looking at houses. So you will naturally expect to see a lot more houses for sale in the summertime than in November and December. And so by comparing year to year, comparing 2024 to 2023, that gives us a chance to say, okay, so compared to this time last year, how are we doing? So the story for the Dayton Metro statistics, which covers an area from roughly Piqua to Springboro and West Alexandria to Xenia, the story by and large has been, we have built up a little bit of inventory, but prices have continued to climb for the last couple of years. And that trend, well, put it this way, we are in the winter doldrums, which means that things are taking a little bit longer to sell. And statistically, yes, there is a little bit of a price decline, but we're about where we would expect to be given market conditions and for the normal swing of the annual cycle. So let's dive into these real estate market statistics. Total number of closed sales was up 2% from 990 homes to 1,010 homes. Median sales price was up 13.6%. From $220,000 to $249,900. Average sales price was up 6.2% from $257,675 to $273,753. Median percentage of original list price was actually down 1.1% from 98.5% of the original list price to 97.4% of the original list price. And that is a bit of a shift because we were at 100% for a very long time. Median time to sale is up 4.3% from 46 days to 48 days. I would much prefer to have a time to contract metric. However, our MLS does not give us the ability to pull that information because the way it tracks going under contract is a little odd. And so median time to sale is the best that we can do currently. So what that is how long is the house on market until it closes? So what you want to do is you want to subtract the 30 to 40 days that a typical contract is from that, and that'll get us to, 10 to 8 days. So that has us at about 8 to 18 days. So we're about 1 to 2 weeks. We were a little bit shorter than that, but not too much. That's hanging around about what it has been at. Total number of active inventory is up 23.2%. So that's our growing inventory there. And that is up from 1,605 to 1,977. Doom and gloom section, which is foreclosures and short sales. Foreclosures are up 55.6% to a total of 14, and short sales is actually down 50%, total of 1. Now, I do like to touch on the different price points because $1 million house does sell for a little bit different time frame than a $300,000 house, and that is pretty much just a function of there's not as many buyers that are able to purchase $1 million homes, so they usually take a little bit longer to sell. I also try not to just recite all this to you because that would get a little monotonous. If we go to median time to sale, we can see that everything is hanging around like 40-ish, 50-ish days, kind of high 40s. Less than 50,000 is at 39 days, which is that's super short. But everything's about like 48 days, 47 days. 600 to a million is actually up 10.7%. The 62 and a million or more is actually down 22.7% to 99 days. But yeah, everything's basically hanging around, 50 days or under. Total number of closed sales is interestingly up across most price points compared to last year. And a lot of this is going to be two reasons. One is primarily there's more houses for sale. And second is houses have moved up into higher price categories just due to prices, continuing to increase a little bit. So 150 to 200,000 was actually down 5.7%, 164 homes. 200 to 300,000 was up 6.3%, 152. 250 to 300,000 was up 39.5%, total of 159 homes sold. 300 to 400,000 was up 10.1% to 175. 400 to 600,000 was up 20% to 120. 600 to a million was up 5.4%. Not much change there. Total of 39 homes. And a million or more was up 50%, total of 6. Number of new listings, as expected, are also up across the board compared to last year. Just for some highlights, 200 to 250,000, there was 19.7% or nearly 20% more compared to last year. Total of 152. 300 to 400,000 was up 9% to 182. 400 to 600,000 was down 6.7% to 105. But 600 to a million was down 2.3% to 43. And then inventory by current list price. So basically what this is, the end of the month, we take a snapshot of the market. We just say how many houses are there for sale on the last day of the month. And the pretty much up across the board, 150 to 200,000 was up 42.5% to 332. 200 to 250 was up 38% to 229. 300 to 400,000 was up 33.6% to 334. 400 to 600,000 was only up 1.6% to 248, but 600 to a million was up 30.2% to 151. So those are the Dayton Metro real estate market statistics. So what can we make of these numbers and metrics from November 2024? Well, good news is if you're looking to buy a house, there are more homes to choose from this year compared to last year. So that's good news. Having a few more houses to choose from, always a good thing. Second piece here, though, is despite inventory growing, median sales price has not really come down that much. Now we did have a peak of 255 in June of 2024, and we are at, we're at 249.9 at this point in time. So we've definitely come down a touch, but that is not a significant price reduction. And so what we have in these market statistics is, remember, this is for the entire Dayton metro area. So we do have a lot more homes for sale, but there are still a few areas that are doing a lot of the lifting on median sales price. So if you download this report and look at median sales price and number of closed sales, you will definitely see that dip through the wintertime. And then you will see the number of buyers come back in March or April, which usually accelerates price increases. Technically, what I usually look for is where's the balance at between the number of new listings, total inventory, and total number of closed sales as we go through the wintertime. There's not really anything in these numbers that says that springtime is going to be anything different than what it usually is, which is we have a lot of folks transferring into Dayton for Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, or getting their permanent change of station, new contractors coming in with a lot of the stuff that's getting built. So we have that initial surge of buyers in the springtime. Inventory starts evaporating, and then the prices start climbing up again. There's nothing in the stats currently that says that anything different than that is going to happen. So the truth is, if you can manage to get out and look at houses to buy in the wintertime from about now until March, it is prime time to go out and look at houses. If you've been thinking about selling a house, my typical rule is I don't list the house on the week of a major holiday. There is no point to it. So, don't list the house the week of Thanksgiving, the week of Christmas, the week of New Year's. But, there's still plenty of homes that are selling. Whenever I say that sales are down, it's not like they go from, 1,000 homes a month to 10 homes a month. The sales usually drop about 20 to 30% as we get into the wintertime. So, now, make no mistake, a 20 to 30% reduction in demand is a significant number decrease, and it is definitely felt in the market, but it is not a catastrophic number, is, I guess, the best way to describe it. So that's kind of what's going on with the Dayton Metro stats. Again, if you're looking to buy, it's a great time to buy. There is a lot of houses to choose from out there. If you're thinking about listing your home, if your hunch is probably to wait until after New Year's, and that is usually the better advice, is to wait until after New Year's. But again, if you're ready to get it sold, there's nothing wrong with listing in December either. So, thank you so much for tuning in for these market statistics for December 2024 for the Dayton Metro area. My name is Kyle Sasser. If you are looking for your own great place in the Dayton area, I would love to help you out. You can reach me at 937-907-6777. There's also a contact me link in the description down below. Feel free to click on that. You can book a chat at the time that works best for you. If you just have some questions, just want to get some preliminary stuff started, some things you've been wondering about, feel free to book that chat or leave a comment. I will be happy to answer whatever question you have. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you soon.